With the NFL trade deadline rapidly approaching on November 4th, teams are gearing up for some last-minute deals that could reshape the league. But here's the kicker. This year's deadline might be more about strategic rebuilding than blockbuster trades. Last season, we saw 8-team trades involving 7 former Pro Bowlers before the deadline. But this year, only 7 trades have been made so far, including a few notable swaps like the Chargers and Ravens exchanging defenders and the Browns and Jaguars trading cornerbacks. Joe Flacco's journey around the AFC North has also added some intrigue. Now, as contenders look to bolster their rosters and rebuilding teams aim to secure draft capital, let's dive into 8 players who could be on the move in the coming weeks and why their trades could spark some serious debate. 1. Trey Hendrickson, Cincinnati Bengals edge rusher. The Bengals recently acquired Joe Flacco, signaling they're not giving up on 2025. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite Hendrickson's stellar performance, leading the team with 4 sacks, Cincinnati's defense ranks a dismal 30th in points and yards allowed. With Hendrickson on a 1-year, $29 million deal and no long-term plans with the team, trading him for draft capital seems logical. Playoff contenders like Detroit, New England, Dallas, and San Francisco, who lost Nick Bosa for the season, could desperately use his pass-rushing skills. But is it wise to trade a star player mid-season, even if the playoffs seem out of reach? 2. Alvin Kamara, New Orleans Saints running back. Kamara has been the heart of the Saints' offense since 2017, but with the team needing to shed veteran contracts and free up cap space for 2026, his future in New Orleans is uncertain. While it would be odd to see him in another uniform, the Saints could rely on Kendre Miller and Devin Neal in the backfield. With running back injuries piling up across the league, Kamara could be a hot commodity. But is trading a franchise icon worth the potential backlash from fans? 3. David Njoku, Cleveland Browns, tight end. The Browns are in full rebuild mode, and with rookie tight end Harold Fannin Jr. making an immediate impact, Njoku seems expendable. His restructured contract makes him affordable, but as a 2026 free agent, he could be a valuable red zone target for teams needing receiving depth. Is it better to trade him now or risk losing him for nothing next year? 4. Mark Andrews, Baltimore Ravens, tight end. Andrews has been a Ravens staple, but with Isaiah Likely emerging as the future at tight end, his days in Baltimore might be numbered. After a disappointing 2024 finish, a change of scenery could benefit both parties. His 53 receiving touchdowns make him an attractive option for teams needing a red zone threat. But with Likely still developing, is this the right time to part ways with a proven veteran? T5. Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, Miami Dolphins, edge rushers. Miami's defensive struggles are no secret, and both Chubb and Phillips could be on the move. Chubb, 30 next summer, is on an expiring deal with no guaranteed money, while Phillips, 26, is on his 5th-year option. With the Dolphins floundering at 1-4, trading either could free up cap space and address other needs. But which player has more trade value, and is it worth breaking up a defensive duo midseason? 7. Kayvon Thibodeau, New York Giants, edge rusher. The Giants' defensive line is stacked with talent, but Thibodeau seems like the odd man out behind Brian Burns and Abdul Carter. Despite a solid season with 2.5 sacks and 20 QB pressures, his 5th-year option for 2026 doesn't guarantee his future in New York. Is trading a former first-round pick a smart move, or will the Giants regret letting him go? 8. Jameis Winston, New York Giants, quarterback. Winston has been inactive all season as the Giants' third-string QB, but with teams like Cincinnati scrambling for backup options, he could be a temporary solution. While he's no playoff hero, he could fill a short-term need. Is Winston worth the risk, or are teams better off looking elsewhere for quarterback depth? As the deadline looms, these trades could reshape the league, but they also raise tough questions. What's your take? Which players should stay put, and which should be on the move? Let the debate begin.